Oh yeah.
Comedypipe.com, folks. Comedypipe.com. Welcome to Pipedream, folks. My friends call me 3D. Please stay tuned for the next hour for the potentially most interactive comedy radio show on the planet. Skype us at Comedypipe. Interact with us on the Twitter, Comedypipe. Watch us live at comedypipe.com. Click on the live YouTube feed and watch us. We don't know what you're going to see, but you can watch us, and maybe you can see us do some cool shit. Maybe.
I know where this is going.
Yes. You know exactly where this is going. Jefferson.
Hey, now.
I don't do cool shit. You don't have a last name, so that kind of...
That works.
Jefferson, I don't do cool shit. That's your last name.
Sure. Darcy.
Joe Green is with us.
I think we should put a GoPro on Jefferson for a day.
Yes, this is something that has been discussed.
Really?
And,
yeah, because you always, you don't.
You just say a day. I said a week.
A week. Well, I think a day. Yeah, okay, a week.
You guys,
you got to get the real perspective.
You guys would be mighty bored.
That's one of the things we talked about. I actually thought the one weird thing, like you'd be wearing like National Geographic, like you'd be like jerking off, but with the point of like like on Pornhub, the POV, you'd be looking down, like giving us the shot and talking to us, like you guys like that, huh? That's really into it. That's where I think the GoPro would backfire, but be awesome.
I'm a little weirded out by that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, if you wear it for a week, eventually you're going to JO.
The conversation started. We're like, he's got to do something cool.
And even if you look at this, if you looked at the ceiling, that would make it even weirder. I think, like he knows we're watching, but he's
Jefferson for a week.
The camera keeps shaking.
Yeah. I was like, how are we going to mount it to him? We'd have to get like a motorcycle helmet.
Look, we're dudes. We know the sound of JO.
Yeah. Yeah.
How the fuck do you do it? I'm quiet.
This is how he does it.
Yeah. I'm quiet as a mouse pissing on cotton, man.
Wow.
And welcome to the show once again, our good friend Jim Felter. Yeah, again.
Yeah. We covered it.
There you go, Jim Felter.
How you doing?
Good, man.
I'm eating.
Yeah, it sounds like he's opening the Reese's peanut butter cups right as I'm about to.
No, it's fine. We're just fucking hanging out. You get me peanut butter cups?
That's how we roll.
I'm eating them. You can take a picture.
Jim,
it's fine,
peanut butter cup Felter. There we go.
Felter.
Little sponsor action.
Yeah, I was like, he's going to give we're going to have to blur that out, but give a big shout out to our sponsor.
I don't think you're going to have to blur that out. It's not going to be a big deal.
No,
like Polar Seltzer. I want them to sponsor me.
Felter Seltzer.
Felter Seltzer.
Felter Seltzer. I like that.
It's good. It's tangerine limeade. Yeah.
This is kind of good. Make sure to check out our sponsor, Revolution Vapor, at revolutionvapor.com. 72 flavors of premier e-juices for your vaping pleasure.
Felter Seltzer. Tangerine lime.
Juice you can't drink.
Yes.
I mean, you can drink it, but
you'll have a bad day if you do.
They squeeze the vape fruit.
The vape fruit?
Into a jar.
Where does that vape fruit grow?
You don't want to know.
Good answer.
It's where dingleberries come from.
Mm-hmm.
From vape fruit. Oh, that's a leap in brain function right there.
Vape fruit.
Vape fruit. What else did we say? I don't know. I think that's all we talked about Jefferson.
Yeah,
it's not like we talked about
GoPro and getting it back.
There really isn't much else to talk about.
Yeah, I thought, okay, we'd see Jefferson get up, go to work, stare at his computer monitor, eat his breakfast,
be totally frustrated because of all the jokes that the coworkers miss.
Text to us,
fucking civilians.
Yes. Text to us for a good couple hours there.
Yep.
Broken up throughout the day, of course.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Lunch.
Yep. Which is also not very exciting. I never go out for lunch. I always bring.
Always bring.
Never. Maybe I'll go to Chipotle.
Are you the guy that puts fish in the microwave?
Never. Never.
You look like you're a peanut butter and jelly guy, aren't you?
No, usually a turkey sandwich or tuna fish.
Turkey, like dry turkey sandwich?
No.
What do you put on there?
Mayo.
Oh.
Always mayo.
Yeah.
Never ranch, never blue cheese.
Oh, fuck ranch. Are you kidding? Ranch is the most disgusting thing on the planet.
No, mayo is the most disgusting.
No, I'm a mayo fan, so I can't. I don't like.
I go mustard. I go mustard if I'm feeling pretty crazy.
Whoa, mustard! Like Gouldens or like Grey Poupon?
I don't know. It's regular yellow mustard.
Nah,
Grey Poupon's good. Grey Poupon's good, but I don't like the seeds. Mustard with seeds in it. That's just obnoxious.
That's cool. Is that Gouldens?
That's where fucking mustard comes from.
Well,
It's
no,
Golden's. Isn't
Call in and tell us what
Golden's,
kind of
whatever.
mustard you like.
Let's say it how I want.
That's not a white way to say it.
Yeah, no, Gouldens.
Gouldens. We have Gouldens. We have
Oh, it is.
crushes.
Oh yes, table 2, new money.
Yeah, maybe I'm just trying to. I got like Grey Poupon and some other mustards messed up. In
Yeah,
my
you're trying to
brain.
fucking
Goldens.
class up Goldens over here.
Goldens.
I'm not
I
a
really
fancy
did.
guy.
Not a.
No.
So what do you have besides your sandwich?
Home Depot.
For lunch?
Yeah,
That's
just a
it.
sandwich.
Just a sandwich.
All right, I have to agree. When I
watch a Daredevil or something like that.
bring lunch and it is 2 to 3 times a week, it is a turkey sandwich and that's it.
Yeah.
Just a turkey sandwich.
See?
We're simple here. Simple.
That's right.
folk.
What's this do?
It's a vape
Suck
cigar.
it and find out.
What does this do?
What an invitation.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Thank you, Mr. Bond.
Have you really gone like you
Suck
asked
it
for?
and find out.
You asked for another one. Are those really like spent?
No.
No.
No, I was just wondering if there one I hadn't chewed on.
Yeah. Well, stop chewing on them.
It's kind of like a dick.
Yeah.
You must give an awful blowjob.
Oh, my Yelp reviews are terrible. I'm very toothy.
You didn't grab the sheet of paper that we wrote stuff down on. What did we write on the piece of paper?
Yeah, Pornhub.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't porn.
It was the
Squirrel.
endings. The endings. The endings
ending.
to porn is how funny they're getting. I appreciate it. Like,
Well,
you know,
it shows effort.
yeah, we have our favorite categories and stuff like that. Jefferson and I, we were comparing notes in the shed, you know, and
We're very similar.
yeah. I was like, what's your favorite category? Cream pie. And I think it's funny. Like, so the fake taxi is one of the categories on there. And at the end of some of them, and they're in British.
They're in British.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the respect I'm showing them.
Mhm.
I know
They're
better.
in mushmouth. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So yeah,
What's
they're
a
in
cream pie?
British, and so the girl can't pay for the taxi, and of course they fuck, and then she did you come? He's like, yeah, babe, so whatever. Did you come inside me? And then they have this fake argument, you know. You piece of shit. What if my husband goes down on me and takes your cum? Yeah, and it just gets like it's like I'm already
I didn't
done.
see that one.
I'm totally done jerking off, so I'm actually paying attention to what they're saying at this point. Like up to then, I'm just fast forwarding to like, oh yeah, you're taking your pants off. Why do they make us, you know, whatever? You're just wasting digital.
What if her husband like guesses whose cum it is too? He's like,
Oh,
were you with Steve again?
Right? And it's just funny, like there's somebody sitting
Smell that come from a mile.
there's somebody sitting in some Cockney apartment right now writing the shit. And I'm so glad they're doing it. Like one of the other categories, schoolgirl cream pie. That was Jefferson.
Yeah.
Don't leave me hanging on that.
no,
That was you.
you were on a roll. I was going to let you keep going.
And I misspelled it. SCOOL. And Google was like, did you mean schoolgirl cream pie? I actually corrected my porn misspelling.
Take a screen capture of that.
Yes.
So
I have proof.
We'll post that up later. That
Might not want to post that one on Facebook.
It's my fault. Yeah, I got a job, dude. I got a job, man.
perspective changes when you.
I don't want to register every time I fucking move.
Well, I mean,
I didn't go to Stanford. Leave me
Yeah, you
alone.
may want to delete that picture off your phone right now. That may be the smart move to. Google knows everything. Google is watching. Do you
That's
believe the
the
Google
case.
is watching, Jim?
I just think it's funny because it corrected the spelling, and I even
Oh,
made the joke
absolutely.
beforehand.
That's
Like
why
I misspelled it.
Google knows.
So yeah,
Facebook knows too.
at the
Facebook
end
does.
of the schoolgirl cream, like the math teacher or whatever fucks the girl or something.
Mhm.
And at the end of the schoolgirl cream, she's pushing a stroller down the street or whatever. And she's pregnant.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone.
Either
Like,
one,
why,
pregnant or with baby. Yeah.
why won't he answer my calls? God damn it! I just think that's a hilarious ending to a schoolgirl cream pie. Like they knocked her up. It's
don't
so
know.
terrible. Like this is what I like the funny endings.
I don't know that Google's watching. My favorite thing though is people that still won't download Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Because that, I don't know what their weird reason.
Speaking of
is, but-
Facebook Messenger, and I do agree with that. I had to try to talk my aunt into not buying into that shit because she's like posting, don't install this. I'm like, no, that's not how this works. It's not how any of this works.
The regular app is getting all the same information from you.
Yeah,
anyway.
it
Right.
doesn't matter at all. But I'm not sure how good the app does work. We did get a call from you last night via Facebook Messenger.
I think that was me.
No, Joe called me like 3 times, and then my fucking phone didn't work anymore. That's when my phone stopped working.
You broke Jim's phone.
And you did. It's not working. I swear to God.
No, your SIM card wore out. That's what they told you.
Yeah. So maybe it is the fucking
And then they gave you
Facebook
a
Messenger.
And then they gave you a card with a bunch of 1-800 numbers to help you with your broken
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. Yeah, I go to the phone's fucking place today to get this shit ironed out, before I came here. I'm like, all right, let's make this quick.
Is the phone working?
No, it doesn't work. The guy's like, oh, this is an easy one.
There is
And then
no,
he changes the SIM card in it, right? And then it's not working. And he's like,
Yeah.
not an easy one, I guess. Then
Good job, genius.
he gives me this card, and he's like, just call one of these numbers. I was like, call on what, you fucking genius? My fucking phone doesn't work.
there is no real quick at a phone store.
Yeah.
It's like going to the DMV. You're in there for at least 45 minutes. And,
What service do you have?
Verizon.
Wow.
My service is on strike, I think. I
Yep.
don't know.
Well,
the workers are anyway.
Didn't they resolve that?
They did. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
I drive by that
Surprised.
Verizon place. They've been on strike like 8 times in the past 2
Yeah,
years.
it's
Something
weird.
like
With that fucking stupid rat
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
get I
Yeah,
didn't
the
get what the
inflatable
rat
rat
was.
thing.
Driving past the
one
Yeah.
on Central Ave.
the Lower Broadway the
Oh, they're
social services.
Them too, huh?
Yeah, every morning, like I'm driving by at 6:10, and they're unfolding the.
No,
rat.
those are the Mexicans waiting for the pickups.
Well, they did work for Verizon, not
Oh, okay.
anymore. Now they're doing like masonry or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what Mexicans
I do
with
tile.
masonry, but tile, yeah,
With a
tile.
hammer.
They
and
do
nails.
very good. They do a very, very good job. Is it where you said Google's watching us, Facebook's watching us, and Jefferson, you had just mentioned the Facebook watching you, but
Yeah.
I don't think Facebook read you properly. If I don't read many of posts on Facebook,
Yeah.
but they wanted you to go to like a hate breed show or something.
Yeah, there was a thing last night. You might be interested in this hate breed show. I was like, the fuck would I be interested in that for? I couldn't be less interested
Yeah,
in
I'm
face
like,
breed.
You don't know
Or hate
Jefferson
breed.
very well.
Face breed.
Well, maybe some face.
That's
well, not the breed
gonna
part.
be a new
It's funny.
category on Pornhub now.
It just made me laugh because I saw on Time a couple days before how Facebook was listening to people through their microphones
Yeah.
and stuff like that to get their taste in music and that sort of thing so they can advertise to you properly. And then they send me a thing about hate breed. I'm like, I know I have my phone in my car with me all the time.
Yeah,
Hate breed has never once been on in there.
no, but you say I hate breed so much that
No, hate breed never even.
No, it doesn't cross my mind.
No.
Never hate you like hate breed,
Nope.
Jim?
I don't know.
The
anything
only
about
white
it.
musician Jefferson listens to is Eminem.
I think you
That's
may be
not
right
true.
on. Name 3.
3 white guys?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I like Guns N' Roses.
Vanilla Ice.
That's a group of white guys.
That's like 5 white guys.
Vanilla Ice is cool.
Okay.
Leave now.
Yeah, I'm like you just.
Those like Godsmack, Disturbed, they're all white.
Godsmack.
Yeah.
And Disturbed.
Yeah.
You like Nickelback?
They're like the.
What
never
was
mind.
that?
Yeah, that was
that's-
Disturbed.
And Metallica.
That's as fast as I can go with the.
Choked up a little.
Stick
I
with
need
the
a drink.
M&M, I think.
Not a fan of Godsmack or Disturbed. Then.
No,
No, okay.
What do you listen to, Jim?
it's terrible.
Nickelback.
I'm like, I'm the quote unquote music snob, because I just like,
You're that guy.
because I have reactions like that when people say Disturbed.
You
and
like?
I
so
like
what-
shit you probably never heard of, so it's not. even
Well,
worth
okay.
mentioning.
Well, what's your-
Diane Fort?
Yeah, you listen to some Diane word.
Diane, no,
Ooh,
no idea what
music
that
sense.
is.
The only thing, the
The
only music,
lexicon has been
Yeah,
challenged.
we'll have to.
The
I
only
listen to the
music
same
I-
4
Yeah.
things,
What's the 4 things?
and it's like Frank Zappa and Tortoise and
Frank Zappa is a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's a
yeah,
lot of
so,
music
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
And Tortoise and this band. It's Kowloon Walled City.
Diane word is what I just read there. Just because I couldn't read it, so it just.
Oh
was
yeah,
Diane.
no, that's not what.
I sent.
Local or
No.
No.
I do like a lot of local music. There's a lot of good local music out
They
there.
sponsor a little league team.
Did I send you guys the video of Diane Twer of them, the 2 of those fucking psychos in a chalkboard bathroom, just scribbling shit on the wall, talking about how they were eating dinner with Kanye
yes,
West?
I did actually finally.
Okay.
I did finally sit down and watch that. I'm pretty. Yeah, I did make it to the end, and that was very enlightening on the Kanye front. But it was stuff we kind of already knew, and the way Ninja from Diane went through and described it was.
Of course, his name is Ninja.
Yeah.
No balls.
Ninja Yolandi.
Yeah, I already don't like this band.
Yeah, they are a African,
South African.
South African,
Because they're white.
rave rap group.
Yeah.
Never mind. Moving
Yeah,
on.
they are some
Comedy show.
interesting stuff.
I gotta tell you, like just by the name alone of
Yeah.
bands, I know if I'm gonna like them or not. I'm
The-
rarely wrong.
I'm
Diane-
like that too.
Diane, what translated is the answer.
Right.
That make it any better for you?
No, just name your band The Fucking Answer.
Well, but they're not.
I like how he added
Like,
the word
they,
fuck it.
they
It made it-
sing in English. They can have a full
Right.
conversation in English, but that's not their native tongue. So
Are they German? Because that's
no, they're South African.
South African.
that's what in South African die ant word is the answer.
In South African, yeah, and I mean, there's 12 different dialects in South Africa.
Right.
So one of those.
Oh, you
Are you
Googled that.
are you from South Africa? How do you know so much about South Africa?
I watched a bunch of Diantward videos, and he says it in one of the videos that there's 12 different dialects. It's like the beginning of one of the videos. So
Our family
it's not-
made our money in shipping. Wink.
Yeah. I did do a lot of research on them once I found who they were.
So you're like their biggest fan.
Not the biggest fan, but it's one of those things. It's like a rabbit hole. Like you find this crazy band, you listen, and you're like, okay, this is kind of interesting. You listen to some more, and you want to. Once you've listened to that album, you go like I went backwards,
Mm-hmm.
and I found they have been doing this for like 20 years.
Right.
And it's been this evolution of music, and it was very interesting to follow it backwards. And you'd find something, you're like, oh, that's the end of it, and then you'd find something else.
Like
and
a
then,
crime scene.
yeah, it was definitely much like a crime scene when you put the culmination of stuff together.
It's just a YouTube loop.
Yeah.
And they've stuck with that horrible name for 20 years now.
No, that's the newest incantation that actually has succeeded.
It took them 20
Oh,
years
okay.
to get that
Yeah.
shit.
So if you
That's
hate,
why it's the answer.
Right,
if you hate the band off of just the name, you'll hate them even more when you see them.
It's what was the name of the movie
Sounds
with the
horrible.
robot? Not District 9. It was the same movie.
Short
Robot.
Circuit.
RoboCop.
Oh.
Short
RoboCop.
Circuit.
Fuck, I know.
I
what
watched it
you're talking
100
about.
times and I can't even.
I always wanted to see it too. It looked awesome.
Fuck.
But I know what you're talking about.
Futuristic
wonder if
movie,
this
Robot Police, and then one of the robot. It's basically Short Circuit. The robot comes alive,
Right.
but the two main villains in that are the two people from Diane.
Okay.
So they've been in movies. And it didn't suck.
Did it have a horrible name also?
I can't remember it. So
I can't watch like a lot of movies either. That's
you're that guy too.
I am.
Yeah, I don't.
What about like cult classics? Do you hate those more or less?
I like the cult. I like the things I like. I don't know, people
Well,
get-
yeah, it's all like. And what is a cult classic to you?
like a cult classic that I like is like Serial Mom.
On Golden Pond. That's
On
mine.
Golden Ponds. On
I think
top of it.
Serial Mom is a cult classic, right?
Okay.
I've never even heard of Serial Mom.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't hear Serial Mom.
It's
Wait,
John,
I don't
it's
know.
John
Hold on.
Waters, I think.
Let me. John Waters is fucking awesome.
I think.
Do people like? Do you
Yeah,
watch
no.
Game of Thrones?
No.
See, me either. And I take so much shit because I don't watch TV. I've got a flat screen TV, and all this. I think the last time I turned it on was like 3 weeks ago. I
I got a
don't.
friend that watches that shit with the subtitles on. I'm like,
Well,
first of all,
Why would you put the subtitles on?
because he can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
then
kinda-
don't
They're in
watch it.
Spanish. I'm learning another language while I watch Game of Thrones.
I'm watching Game of Thrones in SAP.
Yo pendejo cuts off head or whatever the fuck they do on that show.
Like right out of the gate was watching it with the subtitles. And I'm like, you already know that it's going to be this interesting that you're going to. I don't know. I don't fucking get it.
No, I don't watch it either. Jefferson does. He
I love it.
He loves it.
I
Yeah.
saw the one which I think is hands down the coolest scene. I think I watched it because I was at his house, and it's this big fucking murder scene there.
Which one?
The big one where the wedding.
Oh, the Red Wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
Yeah, I saw
Jefferson. I didn't know. Oh yeah, you did because they killed kids on the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
A lot.
that was the big. You were the first person of all the a-holes that like they were like marathon runners. People that watch Game of Thrones was like, oh, I'm running a marathon. I watch Game of Thrones. Shut the fuck up with your bit fit, you fucking weight watching
Fit,
asshole.
Fit.
Bit-
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
fucking care. I just run into a.
I
Anyway.
like Silicon Valley is a good show.
Love it.
That's a
That's a great
funny
show.
fucking show, man.
Love it. That one I'm down with.
I don't
Yeah.
have the subtitles on, and I still don't know
No,
what they're
it
talking
is,
about. half
that
the time, but
is
it's fun.
right now
Never
my
seen it.
top show.
Yeah.
That's a funny goddamn
Yep.
show, man.
Love me some Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You don't watch Game of Thrones? Oh my god, this show is awesome. And then they tell you we're in season 5 now.
I actually-
We're. They say we're like they're doing something. Right. Like we're in season 5. Dude, I got paroled. I can't. I'm 5 years behind on a show. Done, dude. Cheers is probably great.
I'll just watch shows over and over again too. I don't
That's
give a
what-
fuck.
yeah.
If I like a show,
That's
like I just started
exactly what I
watching
do.
Eastbound and Down, I just started watching again. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I can't even take it sometimes. It's so funny.
Seinfeld?
Yeah, I'll watch it when it's on. I don't put it on, but
No one does.
well, my
I like
No one
Eastbound
does.
and Down.
Because
It's
it's
a good
on
show.
every
It's
all
like
the time.
fisting a willing monkey.
I've always had a roommate that was really into Seinfeld.
Yeah,
So
that's-
it's always been around.
So
Yeah,
you've
same.
heard
Same here.
no, I like
every
it.
show.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they'll bring up the like, oh, it's like that time when fucking Putty did this or whatever. You know, like, I'm like, I don't fucking know, but you know, they bring up specific references. I have no idea, but
Yeah. I'm that
Savant.
guy too.
But
I
he just
love
hasn't
shows.
seen anything. You at least have a certain type.
Parks and Rec.
Mm.
I've
Never watched that.
a million
I heard it was
times
funny.
over.
Didn't have time to get into it.
Yeah, it's a great show.
They
I'm
got-
not going to harp on you now though and be like, oh, dude,
Dude,
you gotta watch it. Like it's so like you know, you get it. It's fucking funny. If
what are you
feel
gonna
like
go home and
watching
watch when you get there?
I read books.
it. Probably,
Read Game of Thrones.
probably Eastbound and Down. I'm not reading anything. That's why TV was invented. Like, why would you go? Like, this is what we were talking about before, going backwards. Like you're talking about eating frog legs, and I said no because I don't have to. That's why I have a fucking TV. So I don't have to read fucking books. Who wants to read books? That's why TV was invented. Somebody was like, man, these books are terrible. I can paint that picture and put it on a screen in front of you. You don't have to do shit. So sit there and look at it. You
Okay,
don't-
well, let's work backward. It was actually radio,
okay.
then the TV.
Right. Well, okay. So TV is like an enhanced.
And before
radio.
that, it was Native Americans, but we took care of that.
Yeah.
Then we
Smoke
were-
signals.
Radio. Like, oh, we can tell these stories orally. Nah, we're Republican Christians. Happy Thanksgiving.
We're going backwards. They used to tell stories with pictures, and then we made words. But really, the pictures thing was better.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going back there. We got
Pictures worth
emojis.
1,000 words, am I right?
Oh, yeah. You look at a cave painting, and you're like, yep, that's what they were doing. Cool.
That's what people like. You get the whole emoji thing like a couple
That's
years
something.
ago, where everybody starts
That's
using
all the
emojis.
fucking hieroglyphs are.
Yeah.
It's just emojis. We don't know what they are.
I know. And people get excited. They're like, "Oh, now I can just send my friend emojis." It's like you're a fucking idiot.
I think I heard Justin Bieber just got his own emojis or emoticons, whatever.
Is it
seriously,
everybody from The
fucking
View talking about his cock? Is that what?
like
I know that fucking fat ass Kardashian has her own bunch of what do you call it, emojis.
You're
Kim
gonna have to-
Kardashian or was
you're-
that Amber Rose?
You're going to have to be more specific.
I know they all have fat asses. The porn star Kim.
Well,
has
that's
her
not
own,
surprising. I think Amber Rose got her own as well.
I don't know anything about these people.
Yeah,
You're lucky. I'm embarrassed that I know,
I know they
even who
exist.
they are.
I don't know. That's the one that's married to Kanye, right?
Kim
That's another
Kardashian
thing, like
is, yeah.
Pornhub with the knockoffs. Like they did Nail and Palin and all that. I never watched any of the Pornhub
No,
knockoffs.
I
Like
got no interest in
Kim
that.
Kardashian lookalike gets effed in the egg, whatever. No, sorry. That's a waste of my time.
I don't watch porn. Honestly, I don't.
I don't watch it either.
I like to sit there and like sit through. Like I don't know. I can't sit through fucking half the shit that's on TV. I'm gonna sit there and try to find the good porno. Like they're all terrible.
Well, you don't watch the whole thing.
Just stop being picky.
You take your finger
Joe's
and
solution.
and you swipe it until you get like, oh, there's a good part. You know,
fast forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have time for all that. You know, you go and crank.
well, you
one
don't have
out
to
and then
actually hold the
fucking-
phone. You put it on the windowsill next to the toilet.
Oh, yeah,
depending
I
on how
know.
you're-
I'm not saying I don't use my phone to look up
Yeah, we got
pictures
him.
of women,
We got him.
but
He's like, well, yeah, the windowsill trick. Of course I know.
I mean porn movies. Like, why are they even making full?
Nobody watches movies anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's just
It always blows my mind.
scenarios.
That's like
It's a scenario.
here's
It's not a
another
movie.
here's another thing with porn. Like
it may be 40 minutes, but nobody watches.
Why 40 minutes?
Yeah.
You guys are watching long of it enough to.
No, that's
No,
not
I-
fast forward. But
I watch enough to get my nut, and then I'm like, "Thank you, ladies," and it's I'm
Fast
done.
forward to the end and see what they say. In the
Yeah, but you know why that guy is there and what he does when he's all done. That's
Yeah,
what
well,
he's-
fast
I'm
forward-
doing the same thing to myself.
yeah, you fast forward. You want to see where it goes.
Duh. We're all adults here,
Does she
right?
clean it up?
Technically.
yeah, but you guys, you know their names and everything.
No.
Like, oh, that's
No.
Sherry.
There's so many names that there's cliche names like the Peter Norths and the Jeremy
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy. Yeah.
Does that even exist anymore though? Are there like the stars?
Yes,
anymore?
but they are such a dime a dozen.
That I don't know. I don't care. I
I
don't.
mean,
pay
if you
that
can
much
walk into
attention.
a video store and there are a dime a dozen, and there is 10,000 fucking pornos plastered on the wall.
Hmm.
I've never jerked off
There's
the porn.
gonna be-
I've never
a
jerked
large-
off the porn and thought, "What's her name?"
Yeah. No.
I got to look up her past catalog.
No, there's.
I
there's
celebrate
been
all
times
her
where,
work.
I think I recognize that name. Oh, I just watched that one. But
I just like Google Tumblr boobs, and then that's it.
Tumblr boobs.
Yeah, you just
Nice.
go-
Let me introduce you to sexual XXX boom.
No, see,
Tumblr.com.
you see, okay.
I only know that
It's on Tumblr.
because it came across at work on a security log that somebody was trying to
Oh.
access. So I'm like, huh, click.
Huh.
Yep, that's what it is. That's what that student was doing.
I
So-
love some of the searches. He got one day, and I was dying. It was 50 cum,
50 come. Yeah.
50, and I was like, "All right, I'll Google that." You said some of this thread, and I'm like the food taster of Comedypipe. Like, if someone's gonna get a virus on their phone, it's gonna be fucking me.
Maybe that's what happened in Jim's phone. We called him from your phone.
No,
Yeah.
because I'm cool. I got a phone condom.
Fucking
Yeah.
AIDS my phone.
Yes.
Your
The phone
fucking
died.
Facebook
AIDS.
call.
Facebook Messenger.
I like that 50 comes. So you know that dude went all the way through like 1 through 49 come before.
It was a video. It was guys. It was a chick on her knees, and it was guys walking up one by one on each side, and just like jerking off. And she had to, and she was the drain.
Oh,
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
go. And she got
I
to like,
can't watch that.
I'm with you, Jim.
no, neither could I. I had to fast.
You
forward
watched
through
it.
Yeah, no, I fast
Well,
forward through
we
it.
watched 49
'Cause
because
I was
the
like-
first one.
Yeah, the first 2, 3, 4, 5, I was like, yeah, I get the idea. And so I fast forward to the end because I want to report back to Mike. This isn't for my own. I'm not like looking at it. Going, oh yeah.
In the course of a day, I would send them, I don't know, 3 or 4 like
So I
obscure things that show up on security logs.
So it wasn't like I was like, hey, I want to watch chick eat 50 cum shots for lunch. I got lunch. No, so I'm watching. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work, And I fast forward to the end. It's just like 30. She's in like 30 or 40,
Hmm.
and guys are walking up and they're like tapping her face with their dicks and stuff.
over here,
And
over here.
and she's going, how many? And she's like, oh, it looks like she's crying, but it's cum.
She is crying.
Maybe, but it looks like mostly cum. And the guy is off to the side, like rooting her on, like Jack LaLanne, like, come on, you're at 38. You only got 12.
You
More to
got
go.
this, you
You got this. And he's cheering her on and shit. And she just puts on like this fake smile. And she's like, another one touches my face with their dick, I'm going to bite it. Like, she was,
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
But wait, so she's not touching them or nothing.
No,
she's
they're
just sitting
just
there.
taking
Just
it.
50 bukkakis in the mouth.
Just taking
She
it.
has to like in her mouth.
Which is
What a
kind of
horrible
weird to
fucking
me.
job.
Like, yeah, I mean,
That's
how can those guys stand there in line just like fluffing until they get to the front of the line?
They got
and
paid too.
Oh, there's probably
Everybody got paid.
There's probably
I
a,
bet you they didn't get
You
paid
gotta-
very much.
You
No,
don't
but
get
they
paid
got paid.
enough to that's the last time you ever have to do that ever in your life, and you're good from then on.
that was his rationale. His rationale, because she was like, "I don't want to do this anymore." And he's like, "You agreed to do this," like it was like a bet at tennis.
We have a contract. Take the dick.
Yeah, it's probably $5,000 she's getting or something for that.
Probably. That sounds about.
Doesn't
That
sound
should
like
be
enough.
fucking $50 million.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
You take the weirdest shit the next day, man.
I mean, $50 million. I might fucking let 50 dudes drop a load on my face.
You know, you raise an interesting question, Jim.
What?
50 million.
No.
Yeah. See,
That's enough money for
I-
me to fucking
I think
forget
you're
that
bringing.
day ever
I
happened.
think your biggest flaw in
Yeah.
that is I don't think anybody would even give like Justin Bieber $50 million.
No, of course not.
to
That's the point. I'm not
kill him.
fucking.
Well,
I don't know. Crest might be for that.
I would cry just like her too. I don't even care if it's $50
Oh,
million.
it was so hilarious because there was so many times she stopped. How many more? 17 more. How many?
It's like getting waterboarded
Yeah.
with fucking jizz.
Yeah.
Oh, it totally was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Except
was.
they don't want any information out of
50
you.
come.
Like,
Yeah, it's got nothing on.
you can't
Yeah,
just tell the truth
was-
and they'll stop.
He was
Yeah.
totally.
You're just gonna keep getting loads in the face.
The guy-
Thanks for the facts. Burp, burp, burp.
The guy in the background was definitely the porno pep rally, cheering her on.
Yeah, that kind of
getting her
shit is
motivated.
awful to me. That's how
It worked. It worked. She completed the exercise. Yep.
Now, what grade was that person in?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't even.
I'm going to say fourth.
Yeah.
I was just flipping through some of the text there. To see.
By the way, nobody on the show looked that up on their own. That was prompted, and that was an awesome one.
50 cum.
And what
50
dude
cum.
is like, God, that's what I like. But I want to see a chick would get fucking 50
Who knows?
loads
Why does
from
it exist? For the same reason.
Well, to somebody who likes it.
For the same reason why somebody would search,
Fucking-
because 49 just wasn't enough.
It's like we're in the shed and we're watching the chick blow a dildo. I mean, somebody. No, and she's like got a dildo in her mouth, and it's like, no.
It was a huge dildo.
Well,
though.
you
It
use
was
it-
giant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't. It could be. Who cares? It's not. That's not what it's for. It's not a real dick. That's like, oh, look at me. I got a fucking.
Yeah, but how many dicks are?
I got a pocket
17,
pussy,
18
and I'm
inches
gonna
long?
lick it, and it's no.
That's what she was proving. Yeah, Jefferson's. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, oh, you. Sorry. Go ahead.
17, 18. Yeah. Yeah, I got $40 right now. You know.
I might get more into porn when those like Oculus Rift things are like
Those
more available.
not that I wanted to get one for porn, but
No,
I have heard they
we want that.
well,
No one
it wouldn't be the sole purpose.
never
but
crossed your mind. Did it?
if I had it, of course you'd have to give it a whirl. I heard they are very good.
I have. I've
But like point of view porn in virtual reality.
Oh, I've not
I mean,
the porn thing. I've used the Oculus Rift
Mhm.
thing before one time. I was
Yep,
like, oh, that's
same
pretty
here.
cool. It's pretty cool. I looked at myself and it was like a skeleton.
Was it pretty cool? Because my interest in it is kind of VR is like whatever.
Well, it's at like Atari level right now.
Yeah.
Well,
It's gonna
it's-
get way better.
it just did get a lot better. What you probably used was the beta version.
hmm
Probably the same one I used. And welcome to Geek Time here at Pipedream, by the way. It was impressive, but it didn't blow my mind.
hmm
The HTC Vive, whatever they're calling it, that one, the videos I've watched of like reviews, if I were to get one, that would be the one.
Isn't
I
it
would
just
really-
your phone? Like you just put your phone into
Well,
there? or is it-
you can. There are headset type things where you can put your phone in, but we're talking about the ones that are like for computer games.
Oh, those go. Okay,
And
I thought one of those two, either the Oculus or that.
No,
one.
yeah, Oculus is for the computer.
Okay.
There are headsets that you slap your phone into, and it does-
Facebook is in 3D.
Yeah. But the HTC is fucking. It's not only head movement; it's spatial.
Hmm.
So as you walk around like a room this size, you're physically manipulating things, and it has two hand controllers.
Hmm.
It's
Interesting.
it's kind of ahead in my mind of the Oculus, and I've been following the Oculus since it was a Kickstarter for the simulator, and I'm not really sold on the Oculus. I'm really not.
PlayStation and Xbox are each going to have one in the next year or so.
Well, the Microsoft HoloLens.
No, it's
Yeah, I would say that's separate
That's
on the
separate.
same topic. That one.
yeah,
would,
but no,
You
they're,
guys
they're
ever see
each-
Game of Thrones?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
been
cool with
time.
this. You guys talk about sports and shit. I'm all right with this.
Yeah, I will.
I could slide my phone in there and maybe like talk like directly to customer service. I don't know.
That would be good.
Maybe.
In 3D.
Yeah.
You punch him in the mouth virtually.
Yeah. Let's grab him by the necktie. You fix this.
Make sure you pull the back of the necktie, not the front. The back is the one that cinches it up.
Good to know.
I was mad about this whole phone thing though, because they told me they're like, here, fill this thing out or call this number. The first was to call this number. I was like, listen, let's be real here. I can't call a number with a phone that doesn't fucking work. I was like, can you help me out a little bit here? And she's like, all right, yeah. And she filled out all this shit for me. Very nice, very friendly, by the way. But
For a cunt.
I was just annoyed. I was just annoyed. But then they're like, all right, you're gonna get a phone tomorrow mailed to you. You'll have it by 8 p.m. And I'm just like, shouldn't you just give me a phone? Like,
You have it.
Yeah.
They're right here.
there's like a whole building full of phones right here. You just give me one.
But it's not the phone you have because they're out of that one.
Oh, of
That's what
course.
always happens.
Of course, because I get the cheapest one that they fucking
Well,
have. And they're like
that's why.
giving away.
That's
It has an actual rotor on it.
yeah. I had to drive 20 miles away from the store that my wife got her phone at to get my
I
phone.
wonder if
because
there's
they
a,
were out of stock.
a phone dialing rotor app where you can actually have the old
Oh, there's
style
got to
rotor.
be. There's got to be
Somebody
that
must
app.
have thought
The
of that.
last app we thought of was the hand warming app, and
Totally.
that exists.
Yep.
And works.
It's called use the internet on your phone for 4
Well,
hours.
it's an app. It's an app that just
Heats your battery
cooks your
up.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It just puts your CPU all the way to max, and it actually does kind of
It'll cook
work,
your
but
shit.
it's not advisable
Sounds like a
to use
good
for
idea.
a long time. Or if you want to have any type of battery life, I don't know. We did mine for 10
It's
minutes.
safer to fuck a hooker.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
It's like not only radiation, now you just have this heat fucking square.
Hey, use that hand warmer, man. My ball is huge.
Keep your phone in your left pocket, don't you?
I got to switch sides today, man. I got a match. I got a date.
Saw a guy at Stewart's.
Looks like I got a rabbit in my pants.
He was missing his entire rear jean pocket, but where it was not worn, kind of, because it was ripped away, you could still see the outline of his wallet.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something different right there.
I was like, there's a wallet just imprinted inside his jean.
Like he's had those
back
pants for
pocket.
a while.
Yeah,
He's,
finally,
he's gifted.
pocket just fell right off.
He's really good at math, and that's it.
I was just hoping he
Einhorn is a man.
Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel.
Laces out.
Still classic. See, there's I'd put that
Soccer
in
style
our
kicker.
generation cult classic.
Is that a cult classic?
I don't know if it's cult classic, but to me, it's,
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Ace
Yeah, but
Ventura,
what
totally.
does cult classic mean?
I don't know.
To me,
I
it's
think
generational.
I think it means dorks like it.
Well, to me,
but a lot of
it's
people-
generational. Like,
Exactly.
depending on what your
lot of
generation
people are
is, you have
dorks.
different cult classics. Like people say, "What's cult classic?" Clockwork Orange. I'm like, okay, it's kind of
Clerks.
cliche classic. Clerks.
Is it?
Perfect example. Yeah, see,
I've never seen it.
I knew he was gonna not like the Kevin Smith shit.
I don't get it. I don't get it. This is fucking Jay and the Silent Bob and the guys that are smoking weed and all this shit. It just does nothing for me. I don't fucking.
Yeah, I like it when she comes out and she says, "Would you like a cookie?" And he's like, "Oh, for little footballs."
I tried
Laces
watching all
out.
that shit.
Yeah, I love the laces out thing.
It's not a.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I saw it in the movie theater. It was good.
I saw Titanic by myself. Ace Ventura, that is a great movie.
Not a Titanic fan.
I think
either.
my favorite part
me
of
either.
Ace Ventura 2.
The captain was a douche.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Bumblebee Tuna is
balls
I
are
still say Bumblebee Tuna probably 3-4 times a month.
Josh
It's
Hank
still- yeah. But when he's in the hippo
Oh yeah,
and the whole finger scenario,
yeah.
and that just strikes a chord with me because
Oh.
when that movie was on cable, my aunt at the time was she had no sense of humor whatsoever, and that was on TV, and she walked in, she's like, "Oh, hippo."
Oh, the lovely room of death.
Yeah. And all of a sudden this finger just, pokes out, and I just watched her change colors in horror while I laughed my fucking ass off. That part there it strikes a special chord with me.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah,
I did the same
it's-
thing with my brother OD'd. My mom was like, hilarious.
We high five.
He pissed himself. Look,
Yep.
Get him to the tub.
I think that was a breaking point for her, though, because after that, she actually kind of developed a sense of humor.
Get the narco. What's it called?
Narcap?
Narcap.
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 Yeah, this was the 80s, man. You had to sweat that shit out or die.
Wasn't no Narcap back then.
No.
No.
More ice. More ice. Oh, I love you, Mom. Shut the fuck up. Don't you fucking awe me.
Oh.
Scowls.
So we'll take a moment to give another shout out to our
Shout
good
out.
friend Dave Canyon, Dumbing It Down with Dave,
Is he here?
the podcast.
Oh, he's not here.
No, he's not here.
Oh, I
my,
thought
my-
this was like a
that's
part of the
Jim.
show.
my
No.
chubby just went away.
I thought that this was
I
like a
don't
part of the show where you ask a question or
No,
something like
no, I'm just giving a shout out to our friend Dave Canyon, the Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast,
that. Okay.
the fastest podcast on earth,
Oh, why is that?
because he is going 80 miles an hour to and from work in his Kia Rio
Oh, and
doing a podcast.
all right. This is like a video thing.
No,
Oh.
no, all audio, roughly half hour to an hour sometimes.
Live.
Live? Well, no, not live, but you can go to dumbingitdownwithdave.com
Mm-hmm.
to check out all 18
Oh,
of his
18 now.
podcasts. Yeah, he's been pumping.
You're down 18. We're in season 5 of Game of Thrones. No, you gotta be
It's actually season 6.
Fuck.
Dave Canyon is also in between phones right now.
Oh yeah. What
I have no idea beyond that. He just told me.
did he change the SIM card?
He was just like, hey, can you text me your number? I'm in between phones.
I think I
all
messaged him last night.
He may not have got it.
No, I may have broken his phone. I think my phone might be like patient 0 here.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking
Stick
block
to
you
that
on
Google
all
chat.
accounts.
Yeah,
Eric,
Google
that's-
Chat hasn't broken either Jefferson or myself yet, so just don't Facebook message us.
Like I couldn't even figure out why my phone was vibrating. I was buying fucking ground turkey in the fucking store and my phone starts vibrating. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And there was I was waiting for my girlfriend to message me like if she needed anything from the store.
Yeah.
But I had no text messages and no calls.
Just
And
a
then-
fried phone.
Yeah, and then I got this Facebook text like, sorry, I think I butt dialed you twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice. I did.
And that was the last thing that came through my phone. Joe Green butt dial. I did
But wait,
it was weird.
Wait, no,
while
you,
you butt
you
dialed
messaged me today. You were like, I gotta go get my phone fixed.
Yeah, I messaged you from a computer at work.
I'm sorry.
Now, see, I've heard people having
Work,
butt dialing accidents quite a bit in the last few weeks, and I don't understand how it can happen with phones. like
Robert
we
Harry
have.
butt dials me all the time.
How does he have a touchscreen phone like this? How does that happen?
I don't know.
He's got no lock on
He
it.
must
He's
have
got no
fingers.
lock on
He
it,
must
yeah.
have fingers on his ass, man. I don't know. And they like me.
Get it?
That's comedy.
No. It's a tragedy. Let's give it some time.
Yeah. Not a comedy.
That's comedy. Everything's comedy. It's all comedy, right? That's the answer for everything. You guys have something off color to say here? It's comedy. It's all comedy.
Can't touch it. It's
like-
comedy.
It's
Yeah.
like, no offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't touch it.
Comedy.
Your mother's a cunt. What do you want? It's comedy.
Just a joke. It's
comedy.
Joke.
You don't like it? It's comedy. What do you hate comedy? What are you not funny?
No sense of humor, you dick. You pussy. Just, I was waiting for you to get really aggressive there.
I like that they're very
Fill it in.
confrontational. That's like
Yeah.
it's like Pat's crowd work. That's what he says. Yeah. This lady was mouthing on whatever this guy was doing this something. So I did some crowd work. I'm like, mean you yelled at me.
Call the guy Kenny Loggins or something. What was?
Yeah, at work, I was
Oh,
telling
the guy's
Jefferson
name?
and Shed at work today. Like there's somebody that I know got on my nerves.
Oh, it was Eddie Money.
Yeah, Eddie Money. Yeah,
Eddie
I love Eddie Money. And there was a guy at one of my the show that I was on, and there was a guy that looked like Eddie Money. You were there, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I
was
was,
there.
I just, dude, take it. The guy was awesome. He had a great sense of humor, and he looked exactly like Eddie Money.
You're
Like
spot
Eddie
on.
Money now or then?
Now.
Now, yeah, the
Which
sad,
made-
the sad
And
one.
we only know that because he was in that commercial. That
Right.
we don't know what that commercial was, but
It was a
What is
like,
any?
it was a ticket thing.
you're not,
Vacation.
Orbits.
you're not supposed to know what it is.
Also, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
What does any money look like now?
Horrible.
Yeah, it's not.
As
a
he
good-
should.
Yeah, with some ticket.
I've been getting Robert De Niro lately. I
He
just
looks
got
like
it again
Mickey Rourke
yesterday.
on a good day.
You guys think I look like Robert De Niro?
No,
I've gotten that like probably 3 or 4 times in the last year,
really.
which is new because that's like before that I never got that before. You look like Robert De Niro. I'm like, that's thank you. Like, what do you do when somebody tells you
Yeah.
that you look like somebody?
I've gotten Robert Downey Jr. and I don't see that at all.
That wasn't the down.
Wow.
they were-
Then or now. Then or now.
Robert with the downs.
Robert,
I guess
Um,
Robert Downey with
from the
40
home.
extra pounds, maybe. I don't know.
did you have a goatee at the time?
No.
That's the only that was your gimme. If you had a goatee, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
But that's about where that ends.
That's what I said too.
Yeah.
I
You
did.
know, I'm Puerto Rican, dumb
Yeah.
shit. Can't be fucking Robert Downey Jr.
I can be Iron Man.
You can pretend to be Iron Man.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see it personally, the De Niro thing, but a couple people have
Yeah,
told me
I
now.
don't-
I don't know how to react to that. They're like
Yeah.
they're like the young one too.
Thanks.
I'm like, well, yeah,
Thanks.
I don't-
That's- I was hoping.
yeah.
It's not that I was expecting the assumption in that, but fuck you.
And then I was, talking to this last person that just said that about like his career and stuff. I was like, yeah, his career. He was like, he looks pretty good for his age. I was like, yeah, he looks better than his career's doing. And he's like, oh, what do you mean? He starts like, Meet the Fockers and all this shit. He's talking about some movie. It was just, I was like, I don't know, man. Is that like, it's not Taxi,
Yeah.
Like,
I've come a long way since
Fucking-
Taxi.
yeah, that kind of fucking the idiotic patriotism. That shit, I fucking hate. like Yankees, Boston, whatever, like De Niro, like someone who's going to defend Tom Cruise. Like they know him. Like, no, I don't think Tom Cruise is a good actor. You didn't see Last Samurai? Like, yeah, I did, and that's why I think that.
And this is the whole thing about like he's it's okay if he gives up now. Like
Not even gives up.
He can
It's
do
just-
analyze this.
It's like people they're like,
And
you're defending someone for being the best faker. It just doesn't, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like even like professional teams, like Maria Sharapova today, she plays
I saw
fucking
that.
tennis or some shit. She got banned for 2 years. Who cares?
She
Like I'd be
does.
like, if I was on the board of tennis, I'd be like, nah, fucking let her play.
It's comedy.
It's comedy. I'd be like, it's comedy. Let
comedy.
her fucking play. Who cares?
I thought 2 years was a little harsh.
Yeah, they don't even ban people for that long in the
Yeah.
in the baseball.
Well, fucking look
They
at
don't
Tom
ban
Brady.
anybody.
Like, all right, yeah, you're gonna take like a game off. You'll be
He's
fine.
getting 4.
Fucking 4 games.
Yeah.
I didn't realize anybody still played tennis. Honestly, does anyone care?
Yeah, I don't know.
They only care because she's hot.
Do you
That
That's
she
what-
is.
That's why.
Oh, is
You
she
like
the
tennis?
Russian one
Yes.
with the blonde
I'm
hair?
gonna say
Yes.
it. Sharapova.
Okay,
I'm gonna go,
yeah.
yes.
Most tennis
There's naked
players?
pictures of her on the internet, right?
Almost.
I hope so.
Ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say almost naked pictures.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah. Now he knows who it is. Now
There's
he
Anna-
just gives a shit about.
There's the Anna
Tennis.
Kournikova too, but she sucks at tennis.
Maybe that's who I was thinking of.
She's just hot.
Martina Navratilova.
So hot.
Yeah,
Is she?
So
Oh,
seriously,
dude,
Jefferson.
the biceps.
Seriously,
Oh.
Jefferson.
I have 2 boners.
Yeah. Navratilova.
It's a hot name.
Yeah.
The glass ceiling.
Yeah. It's fun because he doesn't know who it is.
What's
Glass
the-
ceiling.
what's
I know
this
she's a
glass
tennis
ceiling?
player, but I
I
can't.
fucking hate that. I hate the cliche. I had a shitty day, so I get to
We'll
be
explain
mad.
later.
It's just I hate the cliche, the glass ceiling. Like, oh, there's a glass ceiling. Yeah, I'm the first. Okay, be proud, be good. But that's great. But it's just the cliche pisses me off. Like we've had shuttle commanders that are female. We've had there are F-15 fighter fleet commanders that are female, and just surgeons and fuck lawyers. Who cares? Female lawyers, male lawyers, fuck them all. That doesn't count.
I think
They don't get. Yeah, I'm the first fucking attorney general. If you're a fucking lawyer, shut up. Yeah, they don't matter.
I think you get cut up pretty good if you go through a glass ceiling, but that's just
Yeah, you would, except for Willy Wonka. And
yeah. Well, he was in that cool thing.
I
The
just
Wonka-vator.
right.
just the cliche bugs the shit out of me.
It's
Like,
a dumb one.
Go be successful, be good, and stop fucking trying to make me feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
You're the shuttle commander. You kicked fucking ass.
Yeah.
Wah.
No,
Like, come on. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
then there's just another glass ceiling after that. It's
That's
not
right.
like it's not like it's the glass ceiling.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why the cliche bugs me. It's just like, I changed the flap by myself. Yeah, dude, we all do that,
Man up.
I'm a fighter pilot. Good. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking sweet.
I can't wait for the first albino president.
Oh, that'll be so.
That's a fucking glass
awesome.
ceiling right there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't see color. He really doesn't see.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Doesn't really. Yeah, sorry, I'm
Yeah.
shut up now.
Break the glass ceiling, you better have an umbrella, right? Can't
Fucking
be under
A.
that sun.
I don't think that's something that I've ever even thought about.
Just the
First
cliche.
albino
Not
president.
not people being successful. The cliche bugs me. That's all. It's not a misogynist thing. It's just
It's totally a misogynist thing.
no, it's not though. No, it's not. It's the cliche. Like I go to the Huffington Post and it's like, whatever it was with Hillary, and it's like, yeah, duh. Nobody saw this coming.
There was a video.
Muhammad Ali died. Yeah.
There was a video that Huffington Post put up about male feminists that made me almost throw my computer through a fucking screen. It was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I wish I knew where it was to tell you to find it.
Thank you. You just summed it up. It's the dumbest fucking thing. It's like, oh, the glass ceiling. Dude, we got bad. Like I was telling 3D in the shed. We were talking about stuff, and I was like, the Army Rangers. There was 2 women that became Army, 2 or 3, whatever. And they became Army Rangers. I thought that had already happened. I didn't know. It was like not long
No,
ago.
it was not
Within a
that-
year,
yeah,
I think.
yep, I'll
Yeah.
agree.
And I was like, really? Was that the first? I thought that shit's been going on for a while. They've had women at West Point forever, as far as I
Yeah.
know, for a long time. I mean, my
But-
lifetime, for majority of it.
Mhm.
Like, it took long enough. But yeah, I don't understand, like,
Yeah, I don't get it. It's the same. Like it's the same with a lot of things, like music and stuff. Somebody was posting today that like, check out this chick, Wink drummer, and she
Shirley
rips-
Blackman, dude. She's
yeah,
great.
That's Cindy Blackman.
Cindy.
But
Who's Shirley?
but I like Karen Carpenter. Like people have been fucking ripping up. Women have been killing it on the drums. Sheila E. Like I don't know. There's like a ton of examples out there. I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm doing worse by acknowledging that there are women playing the drums than just saying like, oh, that's an awesome drummer there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I think
Like
you said the only name I know is a female drummer.
Karen Carpenter.
No, Sheila E.
Oh,
Yeah, Sheila E.
Besides, no, who had?
Meg White.
I have no idea what her name is, but
Like there are comics that I know. They like
Michael
women
Jackson,
aren't
Lenny
funny.
Kravitz.
Yeah, Cindy Blackman.
Cindy
Okay,
Blackman.
that's okay. I knew they had the
Yeah.
same. See, I do know. Don't know her name. Doesn't.
I saw her at the Van Dyke. She was really good.
Yeah, the same thing with women. Women in comedy too. It's like funny is funny. Like,
Exactly. I've met guys that are vehemently like they're passionate. Like women are not funny. It's like, yeah, you're so wrong. and comedy being such an honest form, an honest thing. Like, but the double-edged sword of speaking your mind. Like that's your mind. And I don't dislike them. I just know in my marrow they're almost intentionally being wrong for the attention or something.
oh yeah.
Like, no, women aren't funny. Like, even if you really think that, why are you so vocal? You're just being a dick to get everybody riled up or attention or something. I don't know. I've met a bunch of people like that. And
Well, they can't go back too. It's not like they can go back and be like, oh, all right, okay, I guess some women are funny. They'll never go back.
And it's always the standards. It's like Lucy and Burnett, and okay, well, yeah, there's a couple, Phyllis Diller, all right,
Yeah, it's the I have a black friend syndrome,
yeah.
It's just female comedians.
This funny girl.
Yeah, it's just
Friend.
it's so ridiculous to me, so patently absurd.
Yeah, I don't get like that. I
mean, they're not funny.
Comedy.
It's comedy. It's comedy.
See, I laughed.
It's comedy.
Good comedy.
I just like, it's the whole like comedy is a man's game thing. It's like I get why people
There is no
say
such
that.
thing as a man's game anymore. Sparta,
Football.
all right? No.
No, they go women's football.
That's lingerie football. That's not serious.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, that's a good point too. However,
I don't want to see Tom Brady in lingerie.
Still doesn't make me want to watch football. To be honest with you.
I don't know. Tom Brady getting his ass. No, wait. Let me.
Never
rephrase
mind.
that.
Comedy
Tom
show.
Brady getting tackled and getting his face smashed on the ground in lingerie. That may be entertaining. I was going to say getting his ass handed to him, but
Gaddafi. No, I don't want to see that. I'm good.
So Jim still rocking out the comedy. Just did what? The Funny Bone. a couple
all
days
over
ago?
the place.
No, I haven't been there actually in a little bit, but yeah, every here and there I'm there. I'm at Sebsea Studio this coming Saturday in Saugerties.
Saugerties, where our good friend Dave Canyon resides.
Oh, really? No kidding.
He's a Saugerties fan.
I'm from down that way, kind of originally too.
The neck of the
more.
woods.
Did you know the Dave Canyon?
I don't. I've not met Dave Canyon. I've heard the name before.
Longtime friend.
Yeah.
He's one of the pioneers in the area. One of the.
That's what I hear. Yeah. Only good things I've heard.
Yep.
And
Good
then,
friend.
Slaughter Festival.
You're doing the slaughter.
the Slaughter
You did slaughter last
couple
last
years
2 years,
ago.
yeah.
A couple years ago. I
Didn't
did
do
it.
last year?
Didn't do it last
Okay.
year.
Me
No.
neither.
So I'm doing that again. Mostly just hang out with people. I don't really like competitions. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a
agree with you.
competitive guy.
I don't know how they do it, and I give them props and credit for being able to go up. When I was doing comedy, yeah, I had a different set every single time, but it was this is what I'm doing.
All right.
To go up and to up my game is something that me personally, I don't know that I have the capacity to do. So I give props to the people that do, but I agree. I'm not down with the competition.
Like I'm getting a little. I'm. It's not that I'm not down. I'm just not a competitive person. Like there's some people that sign up for this shit.
You don't
and they're
like
like,
sports,
I
of
need
course.
to fucking win
Well,
this.
I
Like
think you got to be a little Tanya Harding about it.
No.
Low blows.
You ever gonna get back up on there, Mike?
What's that?
You ever gonna do it again?
I have no idea. I probably not.
No.
Do you not have the desire?
It's not that I don't have the desire. I don't have the time and the confidence anymore. And the confidence comes from the majority of the lack of time to be able to put into it how I was trying, and not that I had any success. It's something that in small doses, I was funny, but
like when you go up for 5 minutes and if it like it doesn't go well, does that like eat at you kind of?
No, that's happened so many times prior that doesn't really eat at me anymore.
Right.
I don't believe I have what it takes, and I've come to be one with that.
You don't. So it's not like you're not missing something though. You're not like
comedy. You shouldn't.
I do miss. I mean, the one time I did the Comedy Works was probably the pinnacle of.
That was a good one.
Thank you. Of what I was able to achieve, and it was very. When I say the parts that were structured, but I definitely reached out to some crowd work that I never really had the opportunity to do at an open mic. It's not working in front of a real crowd is not anything like an open mic.
Oh, it's way different.
And that I think was my biggest ism, because that was my only outlet.
Why is it different?
It is.
There's virtually no crowd at an open mic. I mean, it's rare. You'll have to find the 2 or 3 people that aren't comics in the room.
It's the same reason why you said I did good at the Comedy Works, but I could have done that exact set verbatim at an open mic and failed.
Really?
100%.
Oh shit.
Yeah, comics are dicks.
That happens to me kind of often. Where like
we are,
and I'm
we're
like
fucking assholes to each other.
I've gotten to the point where like in my head I'm like, no
It's
way,
like the brotherhood of fuckery.
this fucking works. There's no way. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck that
No,
nobody
it's-
fucking laughed at
there's-
this. Or
there's-
You
I'll
don't
blame
have-
everything else, and then I'll try it at the show, and it works.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
there's definitely been. I mean, I've got 3 books of writings, and every single set that I've ever done at an open mic has been written down and how in order and notes after it. And I'll go back to that, later that evening. I'm like, why didn't that work? And the answer every time is
My fly
because I was
down.
at an open mic.
Yeah. I'd love to blame everything on shit when something doesn't work, but
That's at least how I placated myself so I can sleep at night.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
I could have had a shitty night, but that's how I.
I know. I could blame it on fucking other comics not laughing at me or fucking getting a shitty spot at open mic or whatever. It's like that's not really why I'm there anyway. I mean, it's a place to practice and just like say this shit out loud because I should practice at home, but I don't. But like. Yeah, there's people that do go to open mic and they fucking kill every time too,
Yeah,
and then sometimes I'm like, man, how come they don't fucking get what I'm saying?
But the
like
same
that?
people
But,
go like get booked for a show and do the same stuff, and it doesn't go over.
yeah,
I mean, it swings
That's-
both ways, Jefferson. It is a very
Yeah, some
tilted
things you
scale.
can make a room full of comics laugh their ass off, and then you're like,
it's deceiving.
the N word didn't work so good. Socrates. Shit.
That might work in Socrates, depending on who's there.
Yeah. it's a very difficult conversation to have with yourself on a when you're going through the open mic.
Sure.
So
You can't
when I go
judge.
back, I don't know.
You can't judge it
Probably not.
on that reaction. Like, oh man, this doesn't work. I would have stopped already. It would have been like nothing I have fucking works, and it's not true. Like I have stuff that I know fucking works, and that's the tell. There is when you have a bit that you fucking know works. It
Sometimes
works.
they'll not laugh out of spite. Like they'll be like, "Oh, that's good."
That's hilarious.
Or they'll not
Yeah.
laugh because they fucking heard you try to work that shit out 700
And
times before,
that's
like,
the problem is in open mic is comics for comics.
Yeah.
And it's the same group of people that have heard you do the same joke in some various form.
Yeah, people get
For
tired of
months.
watching you invent the fucking light bulb.
Right.
It gets boring.
And only Russ Davignon has that ability to laugh at the same joke every time. That's it. That's
Jerry too. Jerry Diamond. He's a good laugher. He sits right up front too every time. Yeah.
I don't think I've been to an open mic where he's been. I think I was at a Comedy Works show.
He's
That's
always
every time
giving me
I've
the
seen him.
fuck me eyes.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
I like
How
it.
could he not?
I'm not
That's what he
complaining.
does. It's Jim. You got any shows coming up?
Yeah, Saturday at Sebsea Studio, and then June 18th at the Saratoga Winery. I'm excited about that one too. That should be
Who else was at the Saratoga Winery?
It's Tom
Fran
Smith.
Drescher.
Tom Smith. He
That's
runs
why.
that
Oh,
show.
wrong.
Wrong
Tom
winery. Never mind.
That's his last. I think it's his last one before he like moves away.
I did not know he was moving.
Yeah, they're kicking his ass to Texas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Texas.
Yep, warrants.
Tejas. You don't got to register down there. No, I'm excited about that. That should be a fun one too. But Sebsi, I always like that place too down in Saugerties. It's a cool little room.
Sounds like an interesting.
It's a little drive, but it's definitely worth it to check it out. It's a
Not if
cool
you
little
live
town.
there.
Huh?
I'm going to make Dave Canyon go. Check it out.
Yeah.
He's
Dave,
living
come
in
check it out.
Saugerties.
Meet me, say hello, shake my
Meet
hand.
the Jim Felter.
I'll buy you a seltzer.
Old school new skill. Buy you a
Seltzer.
Felter. Yeah, a Felter seltzer.
I buy you a Felter seltzer. I buy you a drink. I'm making money.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us again. This was a very quick turnaround per our conversation on Sunday. Yeah, get a hold of Joe. Yeah, of course we'll have you back on.
I can
Here
just
we are.
imagine Jim as
4 days
like an
later.
old guy.
4 days
Guy.
later.
Listen, kid, you want to make money or be a fuckface?
Do it like this.
Can I do both?
Yup.
Close your eyes.
So Jefferson,
Hey now.
will you Google schoolgirl cream pie tonight?
No, Joe already did.
He said
Yeah.
the endings were funny, but yeah, they are. You know, it's a chick like pregnant walking down the street
Yeah.
or pushing a stroller, and there's like a bazillion of them. And that was the other thing we were talking about real quick is why do they have subscriptions on
Yeah,
Pornhub?
I don't know why
Like
anybody
the
pays for
first,
porn anymore.
I
don't know.
misspelled it. Google corrected it. Whatever, and it was schoolgirl, whatever, and it was 38 minutes.
Yeah.
No subscription.
Yeah, I don't,
No subscription. Like
I don't get it.
that's like 8 times for me.
Yeah, you know.
That's a long video.
That's-
I don't need to pay for shit.
That's one of those things that I don't feel bad about the ignorance. Like you want to like spend a couple $100 a month on porn, you deserve to be dumb.
No, it's good for the
You just-
economy.
I don't know.
I
Well,
think.
I guess they are the people that are keeping the porn industry going for the rest of us moochers that just go to Pornhub.
It's advertisements. That's how they get their money.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
I
moocher.
don't know.
I'm not a moocher. I'm
Ads
not
for
a
other
moocher.
porn.
I donate every time.
Donate.
I'm not convinced they're getting much money from some of the ads I see on the
Yeah.
side of those pages.
Oh,
You want your
they-
dick to
they-
be in the way? Take these pills.
Yeah.
You'll be knocking over garbage cans.
They're the worst.
You know, or whatever it is.
The worst.
Whatever is sexy. I don't know.
Jefferson, speak your mind.
Well, I'll be here next week.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Yep. All right, back to me. Make sure to check out Grace. June 11th, 8 p.m. at the Rep. I believe that is in Troy, New York. For pretty much the best comedy show with Nick. What's his
Nick
name?
Vatterott.
Nick Vatterott.
I had
we
such
did
a
the show
hard
at
time.
Proctor's.
Yep.
He's
met
going
him
to
and
be
I
a Capital Rep.
can never say his
I
name.
think Capitol Rep's in Albany.
Nick Vatterott. Yeah, Capital
Oh, that's
Repertory
the-
Theater
I
in
know what I-
Albany.
Yeah.
It's funny guys
Just
on
doesn't
Comedy
say it.
Central.
Off
On
of
South
Street.
Pearl Street, I think.
Mhm.
That place. Not Troy. What was
Not
I
Troy.
thinking in Troy?
Don't know.
That was the thing I was thinking
Elders?
of earlier. There was somebody today giving me a hard time. She was obviously she was an old slut.
My favorite kind.
Oh yeah, she was an old slut. And she was
in 49 come.
she was in 49 cum.
Giving Joe a hard time. No, it's $10.
No, they don't make change. Nah. Nah, it's Yelp.
Ooh. Oh, please tell
So
me.
she was an old
Do we
hold on.
go? We go extra 5.
She was an old
Yeah, we go
slut.
extra 5.
And I said, and I seemed so close to saying, "You fucked more bikers than road rash."
What happened?
Who's this?
It's our girl,
Oh wow.
Lene, or
It's a girl Lene in the house.
Was his bad? I'm just kidding.
you doing shots tonight?
No,
Oh, why not?
because I can't do that to myself.
Oh,
I
come
have
on.
to
We're
breastfeed.
We're partying. You got to party with us.
You play too much.
Play too much. Who's playing? You look like you
You
just got up.
guys.
You're late for the show. We started an hour ago.
I'm sorry.
That is just unacceptable.
And Amber Nelson, June 11th, 8 p.m. at Capitol Repertory Theater. Repertory?
Repertoire
Brought to you
Theater.
by the great folks at the Almost Best Comedy Show. And this is going to be a great show. Nick Vatterott, Amber Nelson, June 11th, 8 p.m. at Capitol Rep.
What is going on?
You owe me $2.
Thank you, Joe, for wrapping that up while I try to bring the image up on the big screen that I don't know that is going to work.
Oh, here we go. Big screen again.
Produced by
On the
Ethan
big
Ullman and
screen.
Thomas Attila Lewis. Both guys hung like Down syndrome monkeys.
Big dick player.
Big dick play with the long dick style.
Oh, that's
my
a
God.
lot of
you
icons.
guys play too much.
What is? It's a comedy show.
Yeah.
So what do you constitute play?
That's what we do.
I don't know.
Who is it? Is this a person that you know here?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yes, kind of would be.
Not
Oh,
biblical. Not
hey, there she
I
is.
watched,
Oh, you're in a wormhole.
I watched this show last time I was on. It was pretty funny. I have to admit.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Well,
That's
last
why
time-
you're not taking shots
I
tonight.
have to admit, like she was put under some duress to admit
And
it.
the funny joke was with the lipstick. He said, like, I put too much on. I had to put more on.
And you should put it on your lips this time.
Don't do too much.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me.
It says Shirley though. Is your name Shirley?
What?
Your name is Shirley?
It's a big building with patience, but
That's
that's,
our
not
guest.
important right now.
That's our guest, Felter.
Who?
Jim Felter, live in studio.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hey.
How's it going, Boo?
Sorry, I'm changing. Give me 1 minute.
Well, the camera's
Yeah.
not pointing in the right
Yeah, what
direction.
the hell?
I'm kind of in the middle of changing.
Show Charlie
Hello.
Murphy them
So,
big ass
give me a
titties.
minute.
Yeah,
What?
and we're the one playing,
You guys? What?
and we're the ones
Jesus.
playing.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to change.
You're doing too much.
How do you try? Just drop your phone.
You guys are childish.
Yeah, very.
Boobs do that to men. Boobs make men very immature and dumb.
Oh, there you are.
They
Okay,
do.
do I sit back down or do you want to?
Whoa, what was that?
It's up to you.
Why is everybody
It's up to
stuttering?
you.
I don't know.
It's up to you. Last week you showed us every toy you had in the bag that was within a foot of distance from you.
Big Purple. We call him Grimace.
See,
You guys play.
we play. You're the one that was playing. You had the toy.
2 toys, actually.
Two.
I
That is
really
right.
wasn't playing.
Yeah, well,
No, she was just showing us her
Yeah.
nose.
they're not there for show.
That's true. Just showing off.
now it's frozen.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
she's
No.
changing again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the toy put some cellular interference in there.
Grimace is in the house.
You guys play too, right?
Is that
I'm
the
done.
Bluetooth?
Shirley, next week call in early. We're going off the air. It was great to talk to you. You have a great night with Grimace.
This was
And we'll
lit
talk to you
AF.
next week.
Talk to y'all
Bye.
whenever.
Have a good night.
All right.
Well, that was one interesting way to end the show. Thank you all for tuning in. My friends call me 3D. Make sure to check out our sponsor again, revolutionvapor.com. 72 flavors of premier e-juices for your vaping pleasure. Our good friend Dave Canyon's podcast.
And
Dumbing It Down-
filter seltzer with one exciting flavor. Comedy!
Comedy!
It's comedy!
With Dave Canyon, the fastest podcast on earth. All 18 episodes, Dumbing It Down with Dave. Headphones were already broken. Don't feel bad. They are not even the broken beats by Dre. Check out all the podcasts on the Comedypipe Radio Network, the Indian Bohemian Podcast, the What You Got Podcast, the Loose News Podcast,
Yeah.
the HV Funny Podcast, and of
Yeah.
course, Dumbing It Down with Dave. Thank you all for tuning in. My friends call me 3D. We will see you here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Wednesday.
Cape Cod.
And we will have a video of at least one day
Bye
Of-
for now.
of Jefferson's adventures.
Day in the life of Jefferson.
There you go.